Generally, venting some difficult cases that you've had, making light of it is normal, but I think it can get to a point where it's extreme and inappropriate, and those kinds of things need to be handled with a professional. I would suggest that they find an outlet to more appropriately deal with the feelings that they're having or the difficulties that they're experiencing through that cumulative stress and through that exposure to trauma, rather than sharing more trauma and exposing more people to more trauma, finding a more appropriate resource for that. I think there are some people who don't have good stress tolerance. They're not in a good situation in their lives at the moment to handle that level of exposure to trauma. People who've had prior exposure to trauma who may be triggered by continued exposure would generally not be a good fit for an emergency services position. It is a very high stress position. There's a lot of long hours. People are working extra jobs because it's a low paying position. There's exposure to trauma. There's cumulative stress that people are exposed to. It's one of the reasons why we do psychological screening at the front end, so that we're trying to screen people out who aren't capable of handling those kinds of things. But annual wellness checks are a very good idea. A lot of them are not happening. I think it's very difficult to find counselors and therapists who specialize in emergency services work. The statewide peer support program is a very good resource, but we definitely need more therapists who specialize in working with public safety.